Afternoon.
Hi.
The end of the world is near. It's 2 o'clock and the sun's disappeared. We have a very, very thick layer of smoke over us today. So there's no sun. It's actually really quite pleasant, but it's a bit smelly. You can smell the smoke in the air. There's a whole bunch of flowers. There are wildflowers.
Gardener talking.
Gardener talking. We'll try wildfires up in northern Ontario, and it's just bringing all the smoke down over us. So anyway, so we're going to give you a catch up on the old handcrafted wrought iron garden arbor.
That sounds very posh,
doesn't it? Yes. So we're going to give you a bit of background on what we've used and how we've put it together. So having flown in our metalwork and engineering department special from the UK, i.e. Dad.
My dad.
Julie's dad. Because everybody that follows us know how much I dislike metalwork. Horrible, smelly stuff. So anyway, he's here. He's done a lot of engineering stuff in the past. So he did the design I told him what I wanted. He did the design for us and told me what to order because I ain't got a clue. I'm being honest. There's no wood invoice. There's not one freaking piece of wood in it. Nowhere. So we started off with the ground tubes. So the ground tubes were, now this is where it gets real technical, everybody. So you better listen. I think Julie's going to put a list of everything we used in.
Yes, I will.
So we used 1/2 inch scheduled 40 round bar for the ground tubes. They came in 20-foot lengths, and then we cut them into 3-foot lengths. And then we had 1/2 inch hot rolled steel bar, 20-foot lengths, which Dad had made a jig for. And we show that on the video to bend it around and to make the full hoop. Now, the actual path is 6 foot. The grass path is 6 foot, but the hoops are spaced 8 feet apart. So they were bent around the jig, overbent, and then obviously when we put them into the ground tubes, they fitted perfectly actually. And the 1/2 inch fitted really nicely in the scheduled 40. It gave us a nice solid fixing, and then we did put a self-tapping screw part way down the bar to stop the bar sliding all the way down. You'll see it in the videos. but I just thought I'd go over it and bore everybody to death with a few details. Josie thinks it's something to eat.
Food obsessed.
Food obsessed. Oh, so does my shepherd as well now. She thinks she's missing out on something. Okay, stop mucking around, Gary.
Yes.
So the ground tubes are all spaced out at 6 feet apart. That was the groundworks department, i.e. me. So, I mean, it's no different in setting out a polytunnel, actually. String line, little nail, 6 foot apart. Once we'd put them in, the self-tapping screw was put in just to stop the bar dropping right to the very bottom, because these things are in the ground almost 2 feet, maybe a little touch more. And then obviously the hoop is dropped into place. So the two sides, purlins, I'm calling them purlins because it's just like putting up a polytunnel. We use that scheduled 40 bar again, and then Dad just drilled it, put 2 wing nuts. We're going to cut these off actually and tidy it up. That's all we had at the time, just to secure these together. And then everything is, at the moment, all the side pieces on both sides and on the top, they just have rebar twist ties on them. So to put the twist wires on the rebar, normally you use one of these gadgets. Didn't like it, so got rid of that. Dad came up with this idea. So I used to use these a lot, especially when we had the old Victorian kitchen garden. I used these for tensioners on the wires around the perimeter for the Espaliers. So what we did was we took out one of these things. It actually worked really, really well. And
I've
it
got
was
something crawling up my leg. Hold on. Thank you.
so we just take that out the end and literally just put it at the end of the cordless, and it worked really well. Just got to go really slow with it. I twisted it really tight, and it was much quicker than using that other piece of junk. So the top as well is treated exactly the same. The rebar twist ties on those as well. Now we're actually going to reinforce that. Dad and myself don't think over a period these are going to stay there. I think these are going to slide down. Doesn't matter how tight we did these things. So we've got this new gadget thing which has got stainless steel zip ties with a special gun. So we're going to actually put those onto every single hoop on the sides and on the top as well, just to give us some extra security. Now I do have to run wires as well, so there'll be a wire at around about 16 inches. So there'll be a wire here running the whole length. There'll be another wire here. This will act as would be a wire, and then there'll be 1, 2, 3 more over the top as well. And what you have to, these are all going to be Espalier apples. So Espalier apples, this was, if you've been following the channel, you would have seen me pot these up bare root earlier in the spring. Julie will put a link back to that video. So these have been in the pots for the summer. This one, this is Blenheim Orange. So as you can see, it has 3 shoots that are left to grow up. So what will happen is there'll be an apple planted on every, oh, hang on, so standing up. There we go. So there'll be an apple planted on every other hoop, not the first one. I was going to plant on the first one and do a single, but the 2 end ones are particularly stony. So we're going to put something else in there. I'm thinking a nice clematis. We'll dig out a big hole, put a clematis in there. These guys are going to go in. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to extend out the bed a little bit for them to give them a bit more room so that I can get some really good manure and stuff in there. On my knees again. So as a wire here, I run the whole length. And then what happens eventually is this one and this one are bent over, trained along the wires. And this one goes on up to the next wire, take the top out, and then I encourage 2 more of these. And then, so eventually we go all the way to the top. And this branch on my left hand side will go all the way to that hoop. And this branch here will come all the way across to this one. Then there is nothing going in here. This will be an empty space. And then the next Espalier will come in here. So the whole row on both sides are going to be Espalier apples. We'll show you when we plant, and then we'll take you through, obviously it's specialist pruning for these as well. We'll show you how to train them, how to prune them. That's going to be for future episodes. I don't think we're going to plant yet. It's too hot, it's too dry. We're going to wait until the fall and we'll plant them then. There is obviously a bit of movement in this, more so in the top than the bottom. So again, what Dad's come up with is he's going to make a couple of braces. He hasn't finished yet. So the brace will come from here, obviously go all the way to the bottom, which will stop this lateral movement in the lower. You're still going to get a little bit of movement at the top. There's nothing we can do about that. And actually, once these apples grow and they get a stem on them, they will be supporting this metalwork eventually. There won't be any need for this. This is really just early training. So yeah, 10 years time, it should look really nice.
Well, the same with the rest of the gardens.
No, I don't think the rest of the gardens will take that long. I think the rest of the gardens will be looking nice probably within the first 2 years. Mm-hmm. But this takes a while. But again, like I said, we're going to show you how to do all of this. And then all the rest of it will make more sense as time goes on and as we plant more stuff. I think that has gone through everything. As I say, Julie is going to make a list somewhere of all the materials we've used. If anybody's got any questions, you know where we are. Please ask. So until next week, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you then. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.